What's up guys, Kevin here with TLD, just giving you guys a little quick review of Starfox 64 3D for the 3DS. Now I say quick review because it is really just a port of the original game. There have been some changes and some additions, but overall for those of you that have played the original one, you already know what to expect. For those of you who haven't played it yet, there are plenty of people I'm sure you can talk to who've actually seen some history of the game. It's definitely one of the more classic N64 titles, a really fun one. Now as far as this 3D remake goes, for the most part it does feel a lot like a port. The game has received a bit of a facelift. One of the places I noticed the most was actually on the water. It looks more like, a little shinier, a little more like water, and a little less like just an amorphous blue blob that rolls every now and then. Now the controls for the game are fairly simple and very similar to what they were back in the N64. The only major differences being that the thumb pad is now used like the C buttons, and you tap the screen when you want to call for help. Now, alongside that, the game does introduce new gyro controls. It's an optional mode in which you can actually steer your R-Wing by tilting the screen certain ways. The game actually requires you to play in a special mode called 3DS mode, in which basically the game's difficulty seems to be brought down a little to adjust for the fact that gyro controls really aren't as precise as just using the stick alone. So when you do play through the main game or through any of the modes, you can pick to play in 3DS mode, which is a little easier, or the proper N64 mode, which is just the original game and just as challenging and tons of fun. Alongside the main game, there are also two other options. There's a battle mode in which you can play with friends to fight against them, and it actually supports download and play, so you really only need to have one person that owns the game. It's not like everyone has to have their own copy. However, the game only allows for local play. There is no way to do online or long distance, so you basically need to have friends with 3DS if you want to be able to do multiplayer with this, or just fight the computer and be alone and keep playing. Alongside that, there is also Score Attack now. This allows you just to pick individual missions that you've already completed in either the 3DS or N64 mode, and try to get the highest score you can. That way you don't have to just keep playing through the whole game every time you want to do the highest score you can on like the last level. Now you can just pick that level and play it as many times as you want, trying to get the best score you can. Overall, it's a fantastic game. I recommend it to anyone who has a 3DS and has yet to play the original Star Fox, and even if you had played the original and you liked it, it's definitely worth picking up for the $40. Now my only complaint grievance really is that the game did not support online multiplayer, and I also feel like it could just be my childhood memory playing tricks on me, but I'm pretty sure some of the voice actors have actually changed in this one. A lot of them sounded like they were very close to the original, but some of the wording or the timbre of their voices sounded different. Seemed almost a little less quotable, to be honest, because the original was just so easy to quote, so many cliche lines that were just hilarious and awesome at the same time. But yeah, it's a great game. Check it out for those of you that have 3DSs. Until next time, I'm Kevin for TLD. Thanks for watching.